Have you ever met someone who says, "Next year I'll be rich," but doesn't know doing what? Or maybe you're that person who wakes up every Monday thinking, "This week I'll finally figure out my life," and by Friday you're just figuring out what to eat for dinner. Let me tell you something. A person without clear goals is like a car without a steering wheel. You can keep the engine running, but you'll only go in circles, burning fuel, time, and dreams. In today's video, we will explain to you the main reason why people remain clueless about setting goals. Why setting goals alone won't get you the results. What tools can you use to overcome these obstacles? Stay tuned. So, let's begin with our first point, which is the main reason why people remain clueless about setting goals. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they lack clarity. They chase 10 things at once: money, respect, status, freedom, and end up catching none. Employees often say, "I'll set my goals once I get a stable job. Then after a job, once I get promoted. Then after promotion, once I have time. And finally, once I retire." But here's the truth. If you don't decide what you want early, life will decide it for you. Start setting goals the moment you feel the discomfort. That inner voice saying, "I can do better." That's your sign to begin. If you are suffering from obesity, the body will give you signal that you are getting slow. If your life is full of financial debts, then your bank account will give you signal that you need financial freedom plan. The problem is, we often overlook them and move on and continue to do what we are doing. You need to acknowledge the problem. It's human psychology. If you know what your actual problem is, then half of your problem is resolved. Do you know the single reason why restaurants' profitability is being affected? That is poor customer service. According to reports from Modern Restaurant Management, an increase of just 1-star rating online can give a business an approximate 5 to 9% increase in revenue. Negative ratings mean fewer people coming in and lower revenue for your establishment. The effects of bad reviews can have a significant impact on the success of your restaurant. There are many countries in the world like UAE who attract millions of visitors worldwide. But still, there are many countries that are still unsuccessful, even in getting limited number of tourists and visitors every year. You must understand, tourists value safety and service more than culture. Why setting goals alone won't get you the results? Do you know why many people struggle to achieve goals? The problem isn't dreaming big, it's dreaming blurry. They say, "I want financial freedom." But how much do you actually need per month to feel free? They say, "I want to be successful." But in what? Career or business or family or fitness? Without a clear destination, your brain doesn't know what GPS to set. Example, Robert decided to save $500 every month from his salary. But for what? He doesn't know. How long is he going to save? He doesn't know. What he is going to do with that accumulated money? He doesn't know. Hence, until you have powerful purpose behind it, the goals are empty, blurred without emotions. And then comes the classic villain, distraction. We live in the age of reels, not results. People spend more time planning a vacation than planning their future. So what tools can you use to overcome these obstacles? If you're confused, don't stay stuck in your head. The first tool is your mentors and colleagues. Talk to mentors and colleagues. Do not openly discuss or share your plans with anyone randomly. Remember to take advice only from the expert. While taking suggestions and advice, always ensure the person who gives you advice, he or she has wisdom and experience behind them. While seeking advice or consultation, never look at the person's age or their position, because even a donkey can grow old, and position and title can be gifted to a product of nepotism also. Another important tool is books, often underrated and affordable. Yes, you heard it right. Books are the affordable mentors in the world. Do you want to know blueprint ideas for the most successful people in the world? Read their books, which are easily available in the physical and digital market online for merely $10. Please develop the habit of reading for at least 10 to 15 minutes on a daily basis. I suggest starting with a book named Atomic Habits by James Clear. Once you get used to it, you can pick your next books which are best suited for your niche. Another important tool is your companions and the time you spend with. Surround yourself with people who discuss ideas, visions, and goals, not those who gossip about others. If you are surrounded by a person who constantly criticizes people by picking up everybody's tiny mistakes, then the next toxic person will be you. Being judgmental is convenient without realizing what other people are going through in their personal life. Hence, learn to be kind. Imagine a person who spent his entire life cribbing and mourning government policies and office politics. But they have done nothing except complain. Remember, toxic people are those unemployed actors who are always auditioning for free drama. And the sad reality is that anybody can criticize and complain, and most fools do that. But it takes determination, character, and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Do you know the difference between criticism and critique? Criticism is self-appointing critics who find faults, condemn, and accuse others. They tailored words and actions to dent the confidence and efforts of other hardworking people. They often form opinions. They sound very nasty, sarcastic, and hurtful. On the other hand, critique looks for ways to improve. Someone who encourages you, who can magnify the positives out of you. They focus on resolutions rather than elaborating your problems and accusing you. Most importantly, focusing on what matters most. Another important tool is you can also join workshops, take online courses, or simply spend an hour every Sunday reflecting, what did I do this week that took me closer to my goal? That 1 hour can change your life's direction. Whether you are working or running a business, don't repeat mistakes. If you keep repeating same action and expecting different results, you are just fooling yourself. In business, if you make same mistakes again and you haven't learned from it, then it will make you poor and beggar very fast. But if you make different mistakes while learning, it could make you a millionaire. Let me give you a practical example of Randy. He's 32, works in a corporate job, earning well but feeling stuck. He dreams of starting his own business someday. One day he writes down, goal, start a digital marketing agency. Timeline, 6 months. Steps he followed. He learned marketing basics for 1 month. Build portfolio for 2 months. Find 3 clients for 3 months. He commits just 1 hour daily after work towards his goal and passion. 6 months later, Randy isn't rich yet, but he's no longer confused. He has momentum, and momentum beats motivation every single day. Lesson: don't set goals by looking at others' interests and passion. Instead, follow your passion and what fits for you best. Remember, one size doesn't fit all. Be flexible in your approach, but you should be ready to sacrifice your time and efforts. On this journey of most often, pain, agony, loneliness, hardships, stress, and insults will be your companion. It's a price very few can afford, because many people just live all their life to impress society. If you are ready for sacrifice, then move forward. Otherwise, stay in your comfort zone just like others. There are many people who desire great things, but deep down inside, they never want this. Many people have misconceptions that talent is necessary. Honestly, talent is overrated in rarity. What you need is skill development, patience, discipline, resilience, and most importantly, obsession for your goal. And then self-confidence and talent is automatically developed to take on challenges of life. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Without goals, you're not just lost, you become a burden. To your family who depends on you, to your friends who cheer for you, and to society that needs your contribution. But when you find clarity, you don't just change your life. You become an example of what's possible. So ask yourself tonight, do I have goals or just wishes? Because clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from deciding. Last but not least, act, not just decide and wait for the right time. The most successful people are those who take actions compared to those who wait for the perfect time. Time is important, not timing. If you find this video inspiring and want to help your loved ones who are facing difficulty and clarity of goals, please do share with them. In this way, you can get the opportunity to become critique, not critics. Thank you.